All right, I'm going to answer a question that I was asked, and that question is, do you need 20 plus carriers to successfully sell final expense life insurance or Medicare insurance? I'm going to get after this and dive into this question with all levels of detail. But before I get going, jasonfinalexpense.com. I'm so blessed to partner with some of the most amazing agents across this nation to sell things like Medicare and life insurance and annuities, yes, face-to-face and even in the telespace. So if you need a good agency to partner with, by all means, reach out. I recruit agents nationally, jasonfinalexpense.com. But I have been asked this question so many times, so thank you for asking the question. I'm going to give you the answers. No, you don't, okay? You don't need 20 different companies to make a great living. There are captive insurance agencies that exist all across the nation that sell one single product, okay? One single product, and they do just dandy, okay? So if they can sell just one product and make great income, you can as well. So don't be focusing on having 20, okay, different companies when you first start out. It's not about being a jack of all trades and a master of none. There's a lot of strength in a couple good offerings at first, and then master those, and then move forward in mastery of the other ones. If not, you're going to feel like you're drinking from a fire hose. You want to get really good at a couple companies, maybe one or two or three, maybe five at first, okay? In my national agency, we have lots of great resources, but I always train to start, if you've never sold insurance before, you want to start with maybe five. Start with five of the best ones and the brightest companies, the best handshakes for our consumers to better take care of them, but then that will make you as an agent more proficient. What takes place is if you've got 20 different companies all over the place, you're going to be scatterbrained. You're like, oh crud, what does this company, okay, specialize in? Will they even take my client? Or, oh, where's my agent number? Or how do I even submit this application? You're going to be all over the place, and you're going to lack one thing, and that's certainty and confidence. And that will completely correlate to your sales volume. So having a lot of carriers isn't going to make you a lot more money. It just won't. Have, in my opinion, 5 good carriers that do a great job. And then once you master those carriers, then add more to your arsenal. Get better, okay? Master those 5 first, and then add more. It's not about having all these carriers. That won't make you a lot more money. Just like a lot of agents think they need a lot of states to be super successful. In telesales, you absolutely do not need a ton of states to sell successfully, especially when you're doing outbound. Now, if you're an inbound agent taking leads, then that's different. You need a lot more states to do inbound insurance because you're pulling, okay, from all these states, and you want to stay busy and make sure they can get enough calls to throw into your funnel so that you can have those at-bats, enough balls thrown at you. So do you need to be having 20 carriers when you first start out and be scatterbrained when you're selling insurance? No, you don't. Is there anything wrong with having 20 plus carriers at first with life insurance or Medicare insurance? Of course not. But what will take place is you're going to be watered down in your strength. You're going to be watered down in everything you do. And if you just had 5, okay, life insurance companies at first, and you mastered them, you would be strong, and then you can add to them one by one, and then you can build yourself up to the point you've got 20. But even when you got 20 carriers, you're really only going to use about 5 or 6 of them regularly. And one thing to be aware of is if you, as an agent, have all these carriers and you're just one that feels like you need the buffet, okay, in your briefcase only holds so many, okay, folders, for goodness sakes. And let me tell you, if you have a buttload of carriers and you don't use them, you will lose your ability to sell with that company if you don't sell within 3 months and 6 months. So you're like, yeah, I'm licensed with this carrier. Well, you're going to lose them anyway. Does it matter? So get good with 5 is my advice to you. So I hope that helps you. Get 5 of the best carriers. Have the other ones in your arsenal as well, okay? But don't start jumping into those carriers until you are at a mastery level with the first 5. You'll be more successful as a result. There's captive agencies. There's even what I call one-trick ponies out there that may not be captive, but they only represent one company. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's your jam, okay, by all means, go for it. You're still taking care of good people doing the good work, okay? You're making people's lives better than when you found them. There's no shame in it, but you can help people in a more amazing way sometimes when you've got better offerings for them. If you're maybe priced a little better, maybe you can take care of people that you're forced to walk away from because maybe your agency won't allow you to serve that person because they don't meet maybe a more stringent health criteria. And you got to give the business away anyway. So when you run a national agency like myself, or you're partner with an agency like what I run, you never have to walk away from business. If somebody has a pulse, they've got a place, okay, for you to serve them. If they've got a pulse, you've got the ability to extend grace and professionalism and get them the insurance that they need. You don't have to tell them no. I was in, many a call where I've talked to agents that had to walk away from households. They're like, "What? You mean I could take care of that person with Parkinson's? I could insure somebody with AIDS? What? I always was told I had to walk away. And if somebody, didn't have a checking account, I couldn't take their business." And I'm like, wowie zowie. Welcome to the free world. It's amazing. Okay, so when you've got great products, you can propel yourself forward in better ways. But if you're selling just one, or if you're selling 5 or selling 20, you're going to do great, but don't, try to swallow the elephant whole. You got to eat it one bite at a time. And I'm not proposing you eat an elephant. I certainly haven't had one. So I hope this helps you. Do you need 20 carriers? No. Okay, get good at 5, especially if you're new. And if you're a veteran, fine. Have 20 plus life insurance carriers because maybe you've done this a long time and you know all the different nuances. That's great. As you scale up and skill up, you're going to build up in your carrier offerings. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't think you're going to be more successful just because you have more tools on the Swiss Army knife. Have a good tool, have a good set of tools, use them over and over again, get really proficient, and then build up powerfully to serve others. Hope this helps you. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.